Hello, my name's MJ Flanagan and I'm from mjinspire, and this is your Skills Bootcamp short. Today's short is going to show you how to build your 5-year plan. Now, some of you will have access to this via the QR code in your guided leadership journal. For those of you that haven't, you've come across it on social media or YouTube, pop over to Amazon and get our guided leadership journals. Just look for the author, MJ Flanagan. So, 5-year plans, what are they? It's something I've been doing since my 20s. And it's been my way to build my career, my life, my success. I know a lot of people talk about manifestation, and I truly believe in that. I also think having a plan and being in the right place at the right time is going to help you get there. So let's take a look at it. Well, a 5-year plan starts with the end in mind. So what you want to do is you want to grab the template, sit down, make yourself a cup of tea or coffee or a cold drink, and think about where you want to be 5 years from now. And remember, our lives are made up of lots of little 5-year plans. And yes, they do change along the way, and that's fine. But it starts to help you think about where you're going and what you're doing. But sometimes it's quite hard to do that. So what I've done is I've broken it down into 6 categories for you. And we're going to go through each one. And at the end, I'm going to show you one of the categories and how that's built. So let's start with the first one, shall we? Money. So 5 years from now, what are your money goals? How much do you see yourself earning? Savings in the bank? Maybe pensions? Maybe money towards a college course? So you think to yourself, where do I want to be by then? And then work backwards, all the way through to, where do I start with this tomorrow? Also, balance realism with ambition. So yeah, wouldn't we all like to be millionaires in 5 years? But isn't necessarily achievable. It is for some, granted. So be ambitious, but it's something you're working towards. And who knows, lots of those 5-year plans might get you your millionaire status. Next, what about home? Where do you want to live? What country do you want to live in? What do you want to live in? A flat, a home, flat share? Who do you want to live with? Do you want to remodel somewhere you're already in? Do you want to rent? Do you want to buy? And as you can see, that's already connected to money. You may have to save up for the deposit on a house. Now, yeah, in my 20s, it wasn't realistic to say I want to live in a mansion. But when I was 20, I said, 5 years from now, I want to live in a house. I want to have saved the money to pay for a deposit to live in the area that I want to live in. Now, what about career? What do you want to do? And there's been many times over the years when, although I've stayed in the same industry, and I love the industry I work with, I have changed roles and changed jobs. Sometimes sideways, to learn a specific goal, to make me more rounded, and sometimes to move up the ladder, I said I wanted to be a director by the time I was 30. I was. By the way, it's not all it's cracked up to be, trust me. So 5 years before I set my company up, I said, I want to own my own company. So where do you want to be 5 years from now? And what is going to be your pathway to get there? Now, it could be that in order to do that, you need to learn some new skills and maybe gain a qualification. So what are your learning gaps in order for you to achieve what you want to? I actually studied hospitality, but I realised once I wanted to form my own company that my learning gap was I wanted to gain an honours degree in psychology. So I built a 5-year plan to do that, which I'll show you in a minute. Also, it may be that you want to get yourself a mentor, somebody that you can go to for advice to help you bounce ideas off of, to help you with your 5-year plans. Now, it's not just about money and career and learning. It's also about your hobbies. You know, work-life balance is really important. And I certainly know that my hobbies can help me forget sometimes. I love sewing. Now, for some people, they can turn their hobbies into their career, build a side hustle, earn a little bit more money. So is there something that you want to learn to do? Or is there something that you want to grow, that's a hobby you want to build on? My latest 5-year plan has me wanting to learn the ukulele. Yeah, I know, but it's on there. Step 1 was to buy a ukulele. Second hand, actually, from a charity shop. Now next, health. What do you want your health and well-being and fitness to look like 5 years from now? Do you want to give up smoking? Do you want to run a marathon? Do you want to be a certain size or weight? Do you want to have develop much healthier habits? So what does that look like for you? Remember, you start at the 5 years and then you work backwards. And what you'll realise is that so many of these are connected. Let me give you an example. This is actually mine. So 5 years, to be fair, it was 6 years. I took a year off. My dad had died and I needed to take some time. So 6 years actually before I formed my company, which I wanted to do because I wanted to earn more money, which I wanted to do in order to pay more into my pension because actually I knew I didn't have enough. I decided I needed to gain a degree in psychology. So in order to have that degree in 5 or 6 years, because sometimes you have to change your plans slightly, I knew I needed to have completed most of it to a really good grade by year 4. And year 3 have completed most of my modules, with year 2 having chosen my specialist areas. And by year 1 have started my course, which meant enrolling 9 months after I decided that's what I wanted to do. But of course I had to find somewhere to study it and work out what the requirements were and actually find out what universities actually had psychology as remote learning. So once I decided that I wanted to do that, my tomorrow step was Google who offers psychology degrees. For me personally, it was the Open University. So can you see how you would go backwards? Now you might find that you can only do some of this, that you can't plan all of it because you're not sure. That's fine, I get that. But why don't you just start and see what it leads to? Just because it's written down, it doesn't mean you have to do it, but it might motivate you to do it. One more thing I'll say is, life has its ups and downs. But if you know that you have some form of control over your life, some way of being able to plan the next stage or the next move, it can really help you navigate those ups and downs. So why not give it a go? Let me know how you get on. And don't forget to subscribe and look at some of the other Skills Bootcamp shorts. Good luck, and I truly hope that you get everything that you want. Take care.